Women in the media are telling other women that no matter how much you weigh, no matter how bad your attitude is, no matter how many kids out of wedlock you have, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, you deserve Prince Charming. You deserve a guy who makes six figures. You deserve a guy who has six-pack abs, who's over 6 feet tall, but you have multiple kids by multiple different men. You haven't stepped in the gym in 10 years since you've been in high school. This is what they're teaching women.
He has to have a good job, a good education, his own place to live, and pay for the date. And he should always text me first.
Go find these incredible men, and they would be like, I would never date him. I'm like, I just went and found a freaking pilot, a ex-Falcons player. Are you serious? But he don't look, it's like he's gotta be perfect. But you're not perfect. You got issues and unresolved issues, and you got a temper, and you're bossy and you're controlling, and men don't even like to be around you long term. You run everybody away. You think you're so much the ish that you're bougie and vain and stuck up, and men don't like it. And you wonder why you can't keep a man. You wonder why nobody wants to be around you. Sweetheart, listen, get nice. Be sweet. Men are simple creatures. They're simple, but your standards are standardizing you right out of the game.
Why are men bailing out of relationships? I'm always seeing from women in the comment section that men are not men anymore, that they don't want to provide anymore. But we've been living in a society that has constantly shunned men. We have this perpetuation of, well, I don't need a man anymore because I can work on my own, and I don't want to be a slave to him. I don't want to be his maid and his cook. A lot of women also kind of shame this whole idea of having children as if it's like beneath them or something. So if a man wants to have a child, why would he settle down with you and marry you and provide for you and be the man for you? Since we have such a prevalent hookup culture, women believe that this kind of idea of being promiscuous is empowering. It's not giving the man the incentive to be the man and the provider and step up for you. Because you're not being a traditional woman yourself, why would he show up as a traditional man for you? We have kind of shunned men out of society. Like, we blame everything on them. We're so oppressed, we say, in the United States, which is so ironic because women are doing better academically. And when women couldn't work, none of us were even alive during that time. So we're making the modern day man pay for what has happened before any of us were even born. The other thing I think is kind of unfair is that women want men to be the sole provider while she also goes to work. And she doesn't want to do the household duties either. She feels like the household duties are also beneath her. So what exactly are you wanting? You want to work full-time, make money full-time, and then have a man fully provide for you without you doing any kind of work in the home? I know of a woman who is completely provided for by her husband. She doesn't work, she doesn't have kids, and she complains that he does not do laundry. So it's almost like women want men to do everything for them without her lifting a finger to do anything back for the guy. Also, 80% of divorces are initiated by women. And in those divorces, even if the woman cheats, the man has to pay out 50% of his income to her, alimony, 401k, retirement, giving away the house. I've seen a lot of instances like this where men work really hard and then they have to pay out like $500,000 to a woman who cheated on him. So it makes a man weary to actually get married anymore because he's not so sure that a woman is going to stick around. And with all of this man-hating rhetoric we see all over the internet, they don't really feel appreciated in society. And why would they want to show up and provide for women who don't appreciate them?
It's very, very telling and disturbing when female dating and matchmaking coaches are expressing their disinterest in helping women find their long-term mate, their partner. I have a few theories into why women have become so entitled and unbearable to be around. All right. Number one, they have all these options of men as far as sex. See, women have a distorted view of reality in relationships. Give you an example. If a woman creates a dating profile, Tinder, Bumble, Match, Hinge, whatever popular dating app right now, she can be a 4 out of 10 or a 49er, a 4 who thinks she's a 9 out of 10. And she'll get hundreds and hundreds of messages and matches from so many different guys who are far above her level. Now, the guys on dating apps, let's be honest, most of us don't go there to find a relationship or a wife or a long-term companion. We go there to hook up. So a lot of guys' standards are going to be lower, much lower than they actually are in real life, or when it comes to actually choosing a partner or woman to invest his time, relationships, and money in. So a guy signs up for a dating app, and he's like, okay, I'm going to swipe right, swipe right, swipe right, swipe right. Let's be honest. That's what most guys do. You swipe right, and hopefully you get a match. Now imagine basically every guy who are just swiping right, swiping right. Now all these women who are far below average, far below sexual market value, their egos are going to blow up. They're going to think, you know what? This guy, Darius, he's in shape. He's over 6 feet tall. He has an education. He has, his life together. Little old me, I'm just sleeping on the couch, or I still live with my parents. I'm a single mother. I'm severely overweight. I don't have a gym membership. So Darius wants to hook up with me, and might as well. And she hooks up with Darius. Just give you a hypothetical. So what happens is she starts to think that, okay, I'm on Darius's level. Darius is a hypothetically 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. Me, I think I'm a 10 out of 10. But here's the thing. Women think that, okay, since I'm hooking up with Darius, then I'm on his level. So they start thinking I deserve that type of guy. Now imagine the vast majority of women on dating apps getting guys who are 2, 3, 4, 5 notches above their sexual market value. So they're going to think, well, okay, since we have sex, so I deserve his commitment. I deserve his companionship and resources. I deserve a date. But those guys are like, nah, we're just hooking up. So you get so many women online who are saying, I deserve this type of guy. I'm entitled. My standards are this, or this, or this. The second theory is women actually believe that they deserve the world, right? And just think about it. Women aren't given any sort of, I should say, task to get their value. So they're born with their value. All they have to do is preserve it, right? So they won't get knocked up by a loser, or they won't become severely overweight. They have to basically maintain their image, which is their looks and fertility, their childbearing years. Men, on the other hand, we have to go out there and work. We have to grind. We have to become something. We have to learn game. We have to learn how to talk to them. We have to develop charisma. We have to develop confidence. I could go on and on and on. Women, when they come to the sexual market value, when it comes to dating, they're like, okay, well, you have to do this for me. You have to do all this. I want this. I want this. I want this. Because they're attractive or somewhat attractive, or they throw on makeup or a pair of leggings, and maybe they got some butt. So now all these women actually think I deserve a top tier guy, a guy that 10 to 15% range, who makes 6 figures and is over 6 feet tall, who has 6-pack abs and 3 sixes. Now all these women think they deserve that because they haven't had to work to gain any sort of value, right? Now the third thing is because so many women are hyping their friends up, right? And you got so many guys in the comment section of thirsty women's, TikTok videos or Instagram videos or social media platform videos or under their pictures. So you got all these random dudes who are like, oh, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous. Now she could be over 275, 300 pounds. There's still dozens, hundreds of guys under her video or selfie or whatever commented, oh, you're gorgeous. I would do anything to be with you. I will worship the ground you walk on. I've seen all these comments from these guys, and these guys are like, what? It's so disgusting. So these women actually think that, oh, I'm a queen. Every guy has to worship me. But here's the thing. They get into real life, into reality, when the rubber meets the road, and they're going to be not going to get that sort of attention. So what they do is they just go back to the dating apps. And this is why they're so miserable, because they can't find that guy. Because dating apps or online or the comment section, guys are going to blow your head up. For all you ladies that are watching, guys are going to just give you a big ego boost. And they're going to say, oh, you're gorgeous, you're pretty. But you're not any of that, right? In real life, you're just an average everyday girl. Which leads me to the next point. Women in the media are telling other women that no matter how much you weigh, no matter how bad your attitude is, no matter how many kids out of wedlock you have, you're gorgeous. You're beautiful. You deserve Prince Charming. You deserve a guy who makes 6 figures. You deserve a guy who has 6-pack abs, who's over 6 feet tall, but you have multiple kids by multiple different men. You haven't stepped in the gym in 10 years since you've been in high school. This is what they're teaching women. So now you got all these women who feel like I don't have to work. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do nothing to get that type of guy. And then they're just coming to the table. This is why when you ask them, so what do you bring to the table? So what can I expect out of this relationship? What type of girl are you? They're going to get mad. They're going to get frustrated because throughout their entire adult life, they never had to work on themselves. They never had to build themselves up. They never had to come to the table or have any sort of relationship or dating skill set to keep a man. Now they know how to attract a man. They know how to get a guy that for sex in the bedroom. But after that, guys are like, man, I ain't trying to do this. So this is why you see so many women are single, because they can get a guy for 1, 2, 3 nights. But when it comes to the dating and courting and mating stage, they don't qualify. It's not that guys don't want to necessarily do it. It's not that sex is easy for men to get. Yes, it is for some men, but not all. But it's the fact that men can identify right away if this girl is long-term material or if she's just hookup material. If I could just smash and dash and, I wouldn't bring her around my mom. I wouldn't bring her around friends or family. She has all these different things going on with her, which leads me to the next point. There's so many women who don't even really look like women. Their mannerisms are not even ladylike, right? They're not feminine. And so many women think that being nice, being feminine, being kind, being a lady is beneath them. It's weak. So you have all these women who are walking around with this entitled masculine attitude and they're like, I'm a man. I can do everything a man can do. I don't have to submit. I don't have to listen to a man. This is what I bring to the table. And when you ask some women, they say, I bring a career. I bring my dog. I have a house, or I have my own money. I have an education. All those things that they name, those are the things that men actually provide. We provide structure and guidance and protection and resources. But when women say that, it's like, okay, can I have some of those resources? And they're looking at you like, no, because a woman's money is her money. Remember this. And a man's money, a woman thinks she's entitled to his money. Women aren't trying to come to relationships for the most part and give a man money and pay bills. Now, they pay a bill here or there, but for the most part, they're looking for a man to do for them. So a woman saying, I have an education, I have a job, I have resources, I have money, that's her money. That's what she's earned. She's not looking to actually give that or bring that to the table in a relationship. So they're not saying, I bring peace, I bring sex, I bring sandwiches, and I bring silence. I'm fit, feminine, and friendly. I'm here to support you. I'm here to nurture you. I'm here to care for you. I'm here to tend to the house. And if you want kids, I'm here to tend to the kids. They're not saying these things. They're just saying, I bring some money. I graduated from college. I went to this university. And on top of that, they're bringing so much debt. Right? So the liability when it comes to modern women is there. But them being an asset is really not. So this is why you see so many women who are single. I could go on, but these are the main reasons. A lot of women just think that they're God's gift to mankind, that they're goddesses, that they're queens. I'm sure you guys saw these women before. I mean, on dating apps, they have long lists of demands, or they say, well, you have to be this guy, you have to be that guy, you have to be, and it's like, what the heck? And they're pricing themselves straight out the market. Now, the last thing, women have a certain type of guy that they want. Okay, this is huge. And they want this certain dude. Now, he might have a tattoo, beard, and over 6 feet tall. Let's say that's a woman's preference. Now, think about it. There's not a lot of guys over 6 feet tall, and women want guys with a beard and tattoos. So now those guys are a small percentage. There's not a lot of those guys. So women think, okay, when I see that guy, I got to have that guy. So all these women are having sex with this certain type of guy. And when they're hooking up with this guy is like, okay, I'm in this small percentage. I have all these offers. So why should I have to commit to a woman? Why should I be with you? Why should I even do anything? And if I'm getting all these sexual advances from different women, this is why so many women are single and these female dating and matchmaking coaches are checking out of the game.